Imagine waking up before sunrise, ready to start another day on the farm, only to step outside and find chaos. The cornfield that fed your family for generations, flattened. The livestock shivering in fear. The soil, once full of promise, now torn apart by deep hoof marks. That's the nightmare many Canadian farmers are living through right now. Their enemy? Not droughts, not storms, but wild boars. Ruthless, destructive, and multiplying faster than anyone can stop them. What used to be an occasional nuisance has now exploded into a full-blown national crisis, threatening not just crops but entire rural livelihoods. The question tearing communities apart is simple. How far should we go to stop them? When local farmer Mr. Thompson found his fields ravaged overnight, he didn't just lose a harvest. He lost months of labor, thousands of dollars, and a sense of safety. The next morning, he called local authorities in desperation, knowing that these creatures would be back. His story isn't unique. Across Canada, wild boars are leaving a trail of destruction. Reports estimate that the damage they cause exceeds $100 million every single year. Farms lose an average of $10,000 repairing fences, soil, and equipment after an attack. And that's not even counting the hidden costs, the spread of diseases to livestock, contamination of water sources, and the emotional toll on farmers who watch their life's work vanish overnight. These animals aren't just an agricultural threat. They're a ticking biological bomb. Some carry diseases that can infect cattle and even humans, pushing already struggling farmers to their breaking point. But how did things get so out of control? The truth lies in how unstoppable wild boars are at reproducing. A national survey revealed that their population has been growing by nearly 9% every year since the late 1980s. A single pair of adult boars can produce 2 litters annually, each with 4 to 6 piglets. That's a biological factory of destruction. Professor Michael Carter from the University of Alberta explained it bluntly. Even if we eliminated 65% of them every year, their numbers would still rise. It's like fighting a wildfire that spreads faster than you can contain it. As of today, Canada is home to over 62,000 wild boars, and the number keeps climbing. The fight to control them is starting to look like a losing battle, Dodd. So now the government has taken the fight to the skies. In a move that's as bold as it is controversial, Canada has approved helicopter hunts. Yes, hunting wild boars from above. Only licensed, highly trained professionals are allowed to do it, using light and fast aircraft like the Robinson R-66. This agile helicopter can hit speeds of up to 128 miles per hour and carry 5 people, perfect for tracking boars across thick forests and wide farmlands. But it's not cheap. Each flight hour can cost anywhere from $500 to $1,000, depending on the location and equipment. Compared to traditional traps or ground hunts, it's expensive, but the aerial view gives hunters a powerful advantage. From above, entire herds can be spotted at once, their movement patterns revealed in seconds. And when a herd of 15 suddenly scatters below, the hunters have just minutes to act before they vanish back into the forest. In 2024 alone, the Canadian Department of Natural Resources reported that more than 10,000 wild boars were eliminated through helicopter hunts. For farmers watching their lands crumble, this high-cost operation feels like salvation. Some of them even join the hunts, driven by a mix of fear and determination. One participant described it vividly: flying low and watching those wild boars scatter below is something you never forget. It's chaotic, dangerous, but strangely satisfying. The team learned quickly that accuracy is everything. In the beginning, they wasted fuel and time chasing a single boar. But with better scopes and experience, they turned the operation into a science, spotting, targeting, and neutralizing threats in record time. Each shot from above could mean a field saved, a harvest protected. But not everyone agrees that the solution should come from the sky. Critics call the method cruel, claiming it turns animals into helpless targets with no chance to escape. Conservationists argue that the noise from helicopters doesn't just affect boars. It disturbs migratory birds, small mammals, and entire ecosystems. Some nearby residents say the constant drone of engines ruins the peace of their communities. Environmentalists also warn that helicopter hunting can't solve the problem permanently. The wild boar's reproductive power means their numbers can bounce back within months, making aerial hunts a costly short-term fix rather than a sustainable strategy. There's also the issue of safety. Flying low over dense terrain with armed hunters on board carries real risk. A single engine failure could mean disaster for both the crew and anyone below. And strict licensing laws are in place for a reason. Only certified professionals with real hunting and aviation experience are allowed to participate. Violating these laws can result in heavy fines or even prison time. Yet despite the danger, many believe it's worth it. Because when your livelihood is on the line, when you've seen what these animals can do to your land, the moral debate fades behind the urgency of survival. Still, the controversy keeps growing. Is this fight about protecting farms, or are we crossing ethical lines for convenience? The government faces a balancing act, protecting the food supply while maintaining humane practices. On one side are the farmers pleading for help before their land becomes unrecognizable. On the other are environmental advocates, reminding us that nature doesn't respond well to brute force. Somewhere in the middle lies the truth. Canada needs a long-term plan that combines science, technology, and compassion. That might mean smarter fencing systems, better monitoring of breeding zones, or sterilization programs to curb population growth. But none of those solutions are quick or easy. For now, the helicopters keep flying. The sound of their rotors echoing across rural skies has become both a warning and a promise that the fight isn't over.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.